Hello everyone, welcome back to Project Wingman. Today we are moving on to Mission 14, Open Season. So we are in the free mission mode because I've had to do this recording a few times over the past week. So let's listen to the brief.
These last few weeks have been victory after victory for the Independence Force. Entire front lines have either fallen or been abandoned by Federation troops in Cascadia. The amount of defectors and prisoners are skyrocketing with each subsequent win. We've now almost taken back every geothermal facility and key strategic point outside of our nation's urban centers. Your mission today, Hitman, make sure that the countryside will return to its rightful owners, the Cascadian people. I will be rejoining the main offensive lines in the meantime. However, I will link back up with you when the time to take Presidia is nigh.
Grimwood Coast is among one of the last of the Federation-occupied zones in the Cascadian countryside, it being a delta which a mass amount of retreating Federation manpower and equipment are exfiling through. With many falling back to Presidia through here, it is imperative that we take control of the area to prevent further manpower and firepower from retreating. The Federation is on its last legs in this region, so they've been setting fires to block our advances. Our reformed firefighting corps have been running water drops for the last 72 hours, but unfortunately the wildfires have not gone out. We cannot afford to wait any longer. Hitman Team, you will provide CAS to ground forces, moving through and taking out the last of the Federation in this area, preventing it to be used as a rally point for their forces. Due to all the smoke, expect ground level visibility to be low. The terrain is dangerously deceptive.
Yep, they have set fire to the woods, so I'd say this is pretty familiar for California. That was probably a very bad joke. So we're just gonna take out the SK-25 with IMLAG and anti-ship missiles. Actually, scratch that. Let's just take out the F-14. I've been having issues with this mission so much that I just want to... Oh, I just want to get this done. Because I've been trying to record this in, 2K and then 4K and... Well, 4K and then 2K because they were just lagging, so I had to just dumb it down, and now I'm back to trying to do this in normal 1080p. So hopefully the recording isn't lagging.
The battle is well underway. Engage at will.
I suppose we'll figure out once I finish, and if you are actually watching this, then yes, the recording was fine. At least fine for my standards. But, yeah, apparently I went and got the new monitor so I can record in 4K if I really wanted to. Then found out pretty quickly that my i7, after having upgraded from the new i5 that I had originally gotten for this computer recently, still isn't powerful enough to both play games and record at the same time in 4K. So, yeah, I should have gotten the i9, which probably would have been just a-okay, but you know, I'm not spending any more money, and nor do I want to spend any more time on the Micro Center's shenanigans, because I did not enjoy my experience, to say the least, but that's a story for another day. We are here to blow things up and sink ships. And I'm also in a way better mood today than what I had been the past couple of days, because the past couple of days I've been having technical issues, and between that and, work, it's been not the most entertaining of times. Let's get these same sites out of the way. What is on there? Okay. The other issue I'm having is my mouse is not wanting to... My mouse clicks are not wanting to cooperate with this game for some odd reason. I have no idea as to why. It's like I'll click and either my flares won't fire, my Originally, it was just me having issues with the flares. I was throughout the entire series, but now I'm having issues shooting guns and even swapping targets. So I actually have no idea what's causing that. Yeah, these guys are over here shooting down firefighters. Little shits. They can have some missiles. Ugh. But anyway, so other than all the technical difficulties, I have been having a good day. I am actually very happy to now be capable of at least recording War Thunder in 4K, our last War Thunder video. So yesterday's video was indeed done in 4K. That was actually, that whole upgrade was after a viewer pointed out that the video wasn't in HD, which it was, but I didn't really think about what the difference between 1080p, which is HD from 8 years ago, standard HD from 8 years ago, was compared to HD today, and I was like, yeah, okay, there is a definite difference between 1080 and 1440. So, thanks to that viewer for pointing that out for me. Because that, well, I mean, that resulted in me finally dropping the money on a new monitor, which is what I was tempted to do for a while now, but, mostly because my old monitor actually had a nasty habit of sliding off of its mount. Because it wasn't even a monitor meant for gaming. It was just like an office computer monitor, and it did the job. Like I said, it was an 8-year-old monitor. That was the monitor I had originally gotten with this computer, and I say 8 years old, but that's roughly how old it was. It might have been a bit older than that. Because I got that monitor along with this computer. Yeah, no, so we, yeah, we had, yeah, it was just an office monitor rather than an actual, gaming monitor, so it's like, I've been tempted to get a new one for a while, simply just to have something that's higher definition and just, you know, or higher resolution, and it's just, you know, more purpose built. But it also had, like I said, my old one had a nasty habit because my wall mounted desk, because it is wall mounted, is something that I made custom with my dad, and it's mounted on my wall. And it's on hinges, so I can, if I need to, fold it down out of the way, because the room I'm in has very limited space. So it's like, you know, kind of a tiny living thing, but I do live in a full-size house, so there's just kind of tiny room I needed more space, so, you know, we gave it that ability. But the hinges kind of hang. The hinges might be mounted flat onto the wall, but because they're hinges, they're not like solid. It's not like a solid 90-degree angle, so it kind of sags a bit. The desk kind of sags a bit. It's not so much, you can't really notice it, but the only reason I notice it is because my monitor wasn't snapping into place on the mount, so just like that little angle would cause the monitor to slowly slide off of its mount, and then the monitor would start sagging, and I was thankfully always able to notice it before it actually just came off the mount entirely, the stand entirely. So thankfully I never had a broken monitor, but it was still annoying to have to deal with, so oh god, that's a lot. Alright, let's get this guy. But, yeah, so that issue's been dealt with. And my mouse is still doing weird stuff. Now, we are hopefully going to be starting some new series this week. In other news, at least. So I know the the big one, the two big ones, because to be honest, we're trying to branch out a bit. We're still doing our 2 War Thunder videos a week. Assuming everything works out, we'll still be doing 2 War Thunder videos a week. And then we're gonna finish up Project Wingman, but we are over halfway through the series, so I am looking for things to replace this. Of course, Project Wingman is a filler series, not something that I really spend a whole lot of time and dedication on. You guys might have noticed that, because I don't actually take these videos through the editor, mostly because I wouldn't know how best to edit something like this, because, you know, the point of watching this is, in my eyes, is to see the whole mission play out. So that causes issues for editing, because I'm not just going to make a cut halfway through in the middle of a mission. Like what I would with War Thunder or something like that. So this is something that I treat mostly as filler, because I don't have to edit it, or at least I don't feel like I have to edit it. And on top of that, it's something I can do something I can quickly record in 30 minutes in the morning if I don't have a recording from the previous day. So it's just something quick that I can use to appease the algorithm a bit, so I'm not missing days, because I have noticed that I lose a lot of viewership when I don't post every day. So especially those days when I miss 2 days in a row. So that's kind of the purpose of Project Wingman, is to fill the gaps a bit. So I'm not looking for another series that is as simple as Project Wingman, but something that's a bit more entertaining that can replace it, because I'm now at a point where I think I can try and get this stuff done regularly. But maybe it might be nice to find something that can just be filler, like an emergency filler. But I might use Ultimate Admiral for that purpose, because that is something that I know gets a lot of. That's something that I know people like. People seem to really enjoy watching me mess around with the AI, and I might turn it into a proper series. I was originally thinking about playing the campaign mode, but I can't think of a good way of integrating AI into that. Hey, we won.
Hopefully the rest of their comrades nationwide will do the same eventually. Hitman team, rally back at base. We're done here. I'm gonna have to take a dip in the lake to get this damn smoke out of my hair. Never seen the Federation just fall apart like that.
All this fire. It was all for nothing then. I'm not a tree hugger, but I grew up around woods like these. Damn shame.
Yeah, I'd say that's a mess. Anyway. So, yeah, I think we might do, if I do more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, it will definitely be with, it would probably be us making our own quote-unquote campaign. Is there a debrief?
Federation forces have folded in the region. The majority of those that escaped today have been rallying back at their in-country headquarters. Prospero. Independence Force units are reorganizing for an attack on the Trade City as practice for the invasion of Presidia. You're on call, Hitman team. Be ready.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah. That is my situation with Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts now. Like I said, we are actually starting new series this week. The it being I'm not sure if Caleb has seen the schedule, but he has been adamant that he wants to play Sea of Thieves. So I guess that's something we're doing. It's not a game I've played really much of any of that. So I actually am new to that game, I'd say. But that is something he wants to do. So that's probably going to be a bit more of a silly thing that we do. Um, and then on top of that, we are talking about doing like a series on Ark Survival Evolved, because that is a game that I've always wanted to play multiplayer for a long time, but I've never had the group to do it. But now I have the group that might be able to do that, so we might be able to do a series on that. Maybe something more like the classic, Minecraft survival series, multiplayer survival series that you'd see out back in the day when you have the big group of people and they all kind of go off and do their own thing, but sometimes they get together and do silly shenanigans and whatnot. But we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it's entertaining and hopefully you guys enjoy that, but I'm thinking about doing that kind of as a lead up to something like as a lead up to the release of Ark 2, which I do definitely want to cover. So apart from that, though, guys, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and comment. Lets us know that we are doing good and helps us fight the algorithm. And on top of that, if you don't want to miss any of our future content, be sure to subscribe. Helps us reach our end of the year goal of 1K. And with that, hope you all enjoyed again, and I will see you all next time.